strong in every way. Traveling to the top of the mountain. Jaja in control of my life. I'm stepping, me no fear, no foe. All the pressures of life are surround me, and the tractors strife, it confound me. Make them lava and chat. I'm a bubbling like a pot. I'm a blessing turn up to the max. I'm a strong Jamaican woman. 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 We're living in a God-blessed country where the woman them a natural beauty. So we black and we proud if we turn it up loud and not make the system come trap way. If you like a negative vibration, strictly love in a this your iration. More love we are say, strength we are say, strong woman sing this contract song. I'm a strong Jamaican woman. 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 A strong black woman will step up to the plate and work.
Welcome to the Highlight Show. This is your host, Nikki Goodtimes. Today it is all about reggae artist Etana. So please stay tuned to the Highlight Show right here in Real Explosion Radioview when you will be hearing from Etana.
I'm strong in every way. Treading to the top of the mountain. Jaja in control of my life as my stepping. Of life I surround me, and the tractors drive it confound me. Make them lava and chat. I'm a bubbling like a pot. I'm to the max. I'm a strong Jamaican woman. I'm a strong Jamaican woman. Rock for me, baby. So wine for me, baby. Bubble me a bubble one time. Cause a man like you deserve the sweetest wine. Oh, God, in a real life. Me love it when you kiss me slow, when you rock me tight, the way we lock the rhythm, you let me soul to the sky. I know, in a real life, I want you to know that you could have it all. Anytime you're lonely, let me be the one you call. I know, I want you to know that you can have it all. Anytime you're lonely, let me be the one you call. Hey, yeah, we sit down on the rhythm in a cruise control. Them kind of loving, yeah, it can't get old. No, in a real life. And them kind of loving, you no selling a shop. Yeah, are you are the man and your style of top. In a real life, baby, I want you to know that you can have it all. Anytime you're lonely, let me be the one you call. I want you to know that you could have it all. Anytime you're lonely, let me be the one you call. Hey, your sugar, you know the sweetest kind. Why me never buck up on you?
Today's highlights is all about reggae artist Etana. Grammy-nominated artist, Etana. So stay tuned. It's all about Etana today.
Yeah, in a real life. Hey you, I want you to know that you can have it all. Anytime you're lonely, let me be the one you are. I want you to know that you can have it all.
It's the no it's all I'm doing. I'm all information like yeah.
But man, I play when them a bake it. And if the food not share, them I take it. Politician win can't celebrate it. Cause the people now feel elevated. Out in the street, yeah, fit up for them concrete. So when I'm not in teeth, and anyway you like it, them a come feet. Yeah, land of food and water. Now everybody I feel like a fire starter. People them fed up a lot of things and shatter. Select the country down to the last quarter. Wait, make we talk about the party. Cockpit country supposed to be a sovereign state. So how some people become owner. Them a dig out the backside and a pollute the air. And them a suck out the water.
The poor parents died for this blood, sweat and tears. But Babylon took it up throughout the years. Two different parties, but I still one beer. The two of them are driving on the same beer. Me and fight this struggle, but when the youth this fear. Cause them out us, so them love you, but them heart not care. All my brothers, the battleground of the wicked. Need to buy some knowledge, but them rather buy the sign of wear. Grandpa was a great man, but them never acknowledge him. Racism, no get them, but no classes. That's how we land them up the money, so our passes in. I want the China man with place, but to the rasses in. Never that ball rolling and the songs are quite far. But now the map is covered with some light
When you sell out the country, therefore you sell out the youth. Living love now. You sell out the culture, therefore you sell out the the economy of fall without a parachute. Every day I fight this thing. Press the trigger shoulder. You don't see the winning. I'm thinking about taking this far. Cause it's righteous road. 1494. And the hill sometimes it's problems and religion. And more.
If you're just tuning in, this is the highlight show with Nikki Goodtimes. Today's all about Etana. Everything you'll hear today is about reggae-nominated artist, Grammy-nominated artist, reggae artist, Etana.
Airport owned by Mexico. Chinese highway to where you wanna go. Plant up the corn, but it's slow to grow. When the seeds come from, now we no know. We no know. We no know. We. Don't always get what you want in life. Never always did what they said was right.
Talented and versatile, this is Etana.
Always perfect and just sight. To cross any border always takes time. Say live and love life. I say live and love life. I say live and love life. And fight this spiritual war. And I thank him for taking me this far. 'Cause this righteous road is rough and rocky, and the hill sometimes is steep, but I'll keep on pressing on my day, step by step, every day. So I live in a life. Yes, I live in a life. Yes, I live in a life. And through time, you see the light. Just like a tree planted by the water, yeah. Like a wind that blows free. Sometimes we stumble, and sometimes we feel weak. But I don't worry, love is in me. No, I don't.
This one is called Live and Love Life. Just listen. Live and love life.
King man, one of the members still in the first same level me having. May I get all of that? So why can't just make it work between me and you? Why? Friend of mine, is love really so unkind? Takes up all of your time and gives you nothing in return. I was blind, but now I see. How could it be so free? So many days I couldn't sleep at all. So many lonely thoughts of you. How do I say I love you more since you've been away? I can't ignore. Oh, I wanna be more than friends. Wanna be more and more. Giving you all the things that your girlfriends wish for. I wanna be more than friends. Wanna be more.
Something different on the highlight show today with Nikki Goodtimes. It's all about reggae artist Etana today. Everything is just about Etana. So this one is called More and More.
How many times do I have to cry? Why can't you see me? I'm right in front of your eyes, and all this waiting got me crazy. I can't go another day. Ooh, can't you see? My heart is on the floor, and I need you to make it better, so much better. I wanna be more than friends. Wanna be more and more. Giving you all the things that your girlfriends wish for. I wanna be more than friends. Wanna be more and more. Giving you all the things that your girlfriends wish for. How am I gonna love you when you're close, but you're so far? I got everything that you've been searching for. Don't even think about it. Just only give me half a chance. Show you how I feel with a kiss, kiss, kiss. I've been holding back for so long. Wanna be more and more. Giving you all that. Yeah. Da 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 da. I see them coming after my soul, wanting to take control. Wanna give me laughs, wanna give me bling, wanna give me all the material things. I hear them talking about what the world has to offer. Girl, what you doing? Don't you see what they have done to Bedouin and Marcus, Jesus and all of the prophets? But I'm not afraid, no, no,
Listen, I am not afraid. This is by Etana.
I see them coming after my soul, wanting to take control. Wanna give me laughs, wanna give me bling, wanna give me all the material things. I hear them talking about what the world has to offer. Girl, what you doing? Don't you see what they have done to Bedouin and Marcus, Jesus and all of the prophets? But I'm not afraid, no, no, I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid. No, if them a come, let them come, cause I'm protected by the Most High One. They don't mind when you fall behind and can't pay your bills on time. Prostituting and standing in a them government line. No, and they don't mind when you waste your time coming up with some stupid lines, influencing the youth them to snort a line and take a life. And they don't mind when you're locked up in jail, can't get no bail, sentence for life. I can't see your youth them strive. No, they don't mind. But I'm not afraid, no, no, I'm not afraid.
This one, I am not afraid by Etana. Etana is right here live with us.
If them a come, let them come, cause I'm protected by the Most High One. Yeah. Check. Microphone check. It's a ton of control. Hey yo. Some of them wanna party and smoke, yellow and Joe. I just get on tight, see them as clowns. As the cops go up, them I tear them down. Some of them wanna party and smoke, yellow and Joe. I just get on tight, see them as clowns. As the cops go up, them I tear them down. A serious time, it's a one line, black on black crime, where the numbers so high. So high. Why they keep saying it's from slavery time? And if you know the reason, then tell me why. Is it too late to undo the divide? And some of them feel everything's alright. A serious time, it's the one online. Papa the rate that line, gold teeth still shine. In a free food line, in a free food line. Enough of them just wanna party and smoke, yellow and Joe. I jacket and tie, see them as clowns. As the cops go up, them I tear them down. And that time won't come when you won't be the same. Everything. It's the sound up on the microphone. Check, one. Let's go! Going 100 on the highway. I ain't taking no calls. All my struggles in the rearview mirror. If you ain't going my way.
As you can see, Etana is right here with us on the highlight show. And listen to versatility and talent. This one is called On the Highway.
Going my way. Then you can get off and me turn up and let the music play. How come you don't realize that it's out of perfection? You dream of many things, but there's just a distraction. I'm chasing for the standard, just to make your life hard. You gather more things for your comfort, just to work them off. 100 on the highway. I ain't taking no calls on my struggles in the rearview mirror. If you ain't going my way, then you can get off. Let me turn up and let the music play. 100 on the highway. I ain't taking no calls on my struggles in the rearview mirror. If you ain't going my way, then you can get off. Let me turn up and let the music play. Way ahead of the haters, negative detractors, germs and vipers, they're trolling. They come by provoking, waiting, hoping to slow me down. They can't hold me. And no matter what they say, no matter what they do, just don't bother me. No matter what they say, cause I can see right through all they're trying to do. On the highway, I ain't taking no calls on my struggles in the rearview mirror. If you ain't going my way, then you can get off. Let me turn up and let the music play. 100 on the highway. I ain't taking no calls on my struggles in the rearview mirror. If you ain't going my way, then you can get off. Let me turn up and let the music play. Yeah. No last spend. No money, no last spend. No money, no last spend. No money, no last pay. No money, no last spend. No money, no last pay. No money, no last spend. No money, no last.
Listen how she versatile.
Love without no money, baby, no. Everything's sweeter when the money is a flow. She loves the glamour and the diamonds at the show. She's sweet like honey, fresh like morning dew. Long as you have your money, she will say I do. When she said money, baby, don't you tell her no. Can't keep up with it, then you gotta let her go. Money tree in her garden and it have to grow. No money, no last spend. 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 No money, no last spend.
Make sure you please. You better give us money. I know bank books and she thinks that you can hook up for some money. I know good am my money. She know the smell of the money. Oh, way too much. Oh, if I know money don't touch, no way. That girl you too good and she know it. Who can make me see that time she go away. So me see how she whining slow. And I love how she get down low. As long as the money on the roll, man a general and me spend some more. No money, no.
Oh, yeah. You say you love me, that's just the difference. Feel when you mean it, I know the difference. And I come when I talk, show you care. One bag of talking won't go nowhere. You know when I need you, you see the difference. I know you feel it when we're in the deep end. Son, I come when I talk, show you can. One bucket.
It's all about Etana. You hear her versatility. You hear her talent. It's not all about roots. So listen.
Please don't waste my time. Please don't waste my time. Please don't waste my time. It's not complicated. You know where the gate is. Cause I refuse to be one of your playthings. And it's too late to tell me that you love me, my dear. Cause I know that you've been running up and down out there. Your words are deceiving. I know that you're cheating. You try to hide it. You talk when you're sleeping. So you can't just tell me that you love me. Gotta show you care. Cause the one bag of talking, no action can work round here. Please don't waste my time. You don't love me, back up and one. If you don't love me, please don't waste my time. You don't love me, back up and one. If you don't love me, please don't waste my time. You don't love me, back up and one. Every day I rise on a fire. That's all I got to take me through. I know one day I must and I will
This is the voice of Etana. It's called Free.
Bird in the sky, gonna be free, gonna fly so high, gonna be free, gonna free my mind, gonna be free, gonna fly so high. Life is so sweet and I don't wanna die, but this burden I bear could be hard sometimes. Who's scared? So me juggle everywhere. Sometimes we make a move, me can't find no bus fare. Go look for Mama Jai, she said nothing not dead there. On the youth them face, I see the pain.
When you are, I want to get the most from you. And you're so hungry, so I need to cry. The youth is too strong. We have to survive to give you.
Gonna be free like a bird in the sky. Gonna be free, gonna fly so high. Gonna be free, gonna free my mind. Gonna be free, gonna fly so high. Youth in a garden, youth in a jungle, youth in a Rima, Augusttown. Youth in a Franca, De La Vega, Riverton, back to Anmar Town. I know it's hard sometimes, but we not give up. Oh no. Matches lane, 100 lane, plain land, white all, grand spin, Norwood, Backbush, Spanish Town, Spanish Town. Don't you give up. Gonna be free like a bird in the sky. Gonna be free, gonna fly so high. Gonna be free, gonna free my mind. Gonna be free, gonna fly so high. One thing I know is that I must survive. One thing I know that I must rise. La da 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 da. No stress, no worry. It's just one of those days where I kick up my feet, leave my worries behind, where I'm gonna be free. I'm in total control of where I wanna be. I'll close my eyes, there I will be, living my all I need is a dose of Bob Marley, some shade from the eye trees, with some marijuana breeze, and I'll be sipping on some water jelly, swimming on a reggae beach. Time won't worry me. It's just one of those days where I kick up my feet, leave my worries behind. I just want to be free. I'm in total control of where I want to be. I'll close my eyes, and that's where I'll be, living my all I need is the sound of Dennis Brown, a little riff from Jimmy Cliff. Babies rock me away, and I'll do the same thing tomorrow. I'll be on a little boat, where the wind takes me, I'll go. It's just one of those days where I kick up my feet, leave my troubles behind, where I'm gonna be free. Oh, I'm in control of where I wanna be. I'll close my eyes, and that's where I'll be.
Want to say welcome to the Highlight Show. This is your host, Nikki. Good Times right here at Radioview. Today's all about Etana, reggae artists, and Grammy-nominated artists. We will be taking a short break, and upon the return, we will be hearing from Etana. So please stay tuned to the Highlight Show.
New Jerusalem in Mount Zion, stepping out of Babylon in New Jerusalem in Mount Zion, stepping out of Babylon one by one, stepping in Mount Zion, stepping out of Babylon one by one, stepping in Mount Zion, stepping out of Babylon, stepping out of Babylon. I've got no alternative in a Babylon.
Let the sailors fly off those head. Down the mercy. Yep.
You're rocking with the #1 Real Explosion Radioview. What up?
Hello, everyone. Okay, let's start the show.
What's up, man? It's your homeboy T-Pain.
Kanye West.
Hey, yeah, what's going on? It's Fat Joe.
This is Big Sean.
Okay, high time now for
your #1 hit station in town.
Real Explosion Radioview.
This is a highlight post, Nikki Goodtimes, representing the Real Explosion Radio, the only radio station in Baltimore that gives you the TV experience. So join the Real Explosion Radio View by clicking www.realexplosion.com. Click watch now. Tell your friends to tell their friends to, and keep it locked.
Real Explosion Radio. When the man there explodes music, you know, say the whole place boom up on us. So that go. Being him and representing for Explosion Radio. Zaga.
Yeah, man, fire for Babylon. Let the sailors fly off those head. Down the mercy.
Welcome to the Highlight Show. This is your host, Nikki Goodtimes, right here at Real Explosion Radioview, radio and TV station. I want to say special welcome to everyone who took the time to join this evening. And likewise, a special welcome to Etana, reggae artist, Grammy-nominated artist. Etana, welcome to the Highlight Show. Welcome to the Highlight Show, Etana. What's going on with you?
Thanks for having me. I'm really good.
You are welcome. What was it like for you today, knowing you have an interview with me this evening?
I'm used to having interviews, so I'm ready. Been ready, just ready for chat to you and make it work. You know.
Always ready, right?
Always ready.
Isn't that
big up to everybody tuned in?
Okay, I want to say again, thank you so much for making it possible here. Now, you have been around for some time. Not only have you been around, you have been Grammy nominated, and you are doing big things. How do you really keep it together?
I just do, you know, like I don't consider at any moment in time to say, okay, you know, I think that I've done enough and I've accomplished all I need to accomplish, so I'm going to stop working or I'm going to take a break. I never take a break. I'm always at it. I'm always trying to accomplish much more than I did the last time. And I'm never comfortable at any point, you know, so I just do it like Nike. I always say I just do it like Nike.
And as you say, you're always working. You can really show your work.
I'm trying to fix this. Okay, there we go. I mean, I have 8 albums now, right? The album that I'm about to release now is called Pamoja. It means together. But I have I Rise, there is Strong One, there is Better Tomorrow, there is Dimensions, there is Gemini, you know, so the list is still growing.
I can see that. I can see that. And your first album, Strong One, how did you come up with the name for that album?
Well, Etana means strong one. And I wanted for everyone to know that, especially women, every time they see the name Etana, it should be like a reminder. You know, we are powerful beings. We don't always remember how powerful we are. My given name is Shauna, and it means pretty. And I feel like women are beautiful all over the world, you know. But we also need to always remember how powerful we are.
Wow, that is great, and that is powerful. The way you definitely define not only that, the way how you name your albums. Because I've been looking at each album and trying to figure how does she come up with these names. But I can see you are a woman who has a meaning behind your work.
All the time, every day, all day. I started off wanting to inspire people all over the world, across the board. I'm from young to young at heart, and I never stopped doing that. I never produced a song that had a negative message or that was destructive to the spirit or the mind or a people, as a nation. Like I've never done that. The music was always, always, always positive, and I want to keep it that way.
Definitely, definitely. And I really appreciate that. Now,
Thank you.
2008 is when your first album came out. But prior to 2008, how did you get into the music industry?
Prior to 2008, I was a background vocalist for Richie Spice for about a year and a half. Before that, I was part of a group called, well, the name, it doesn't matter now, but I was part of a four-girl group in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The music was like R&B rock. Um, and then I went to Jamaica to open up an internet cafe and met the management for Richie Spice at the time, and they were looking for a background vocalist. And it was only for one show, and I ended up doing like several, as you can already see. Yeah, and so every time I went back to Jamaica, every time I returned to Jamaica, there was another ticket to go somewhere else and another ticket to go somewhere else, and I ended up being there for like a year and some.
Wow, so it was very progressive for you.
I mean, going back to Jamaica I knew it was going to be whether I was going to open up an internet cafe or going to business or whatever I did. Like I had this feeling, like I knew that it was going to be something. I just wasn't sure what it was.
Wow. From reading, it's in your early stage that I realized that you were pretty much in your early stage. You were pretty much told of how to dress in order for you to be in the industry. And you declined that and step away. Why did you do that?
Because music comes from inside of me, It comes from inside my heart. It comes from inside of my spirit. It comes to me when I'm in my deep sleep, in a dream. Music comes from a place that is untouchable. You can't touch it physically, you know? And so I feel like it doesn't have to be about my body. And it's no pun intended, as it relates to anybody else who has, who produces or do music and it's about them body or whatever. It's not about anybody else. It's just how I see it. And for me, I'm speaking specifically for me. I just don't think that music has to be about my body. And so I chose to do the music the way that I do. And I chose to do it how I do it. And it's definitely not about how anybody thinks that I should dress and how anybody thinks that I should be. Every move is made because I chose to make that move.
You walked away with confidence.
Yeah.
Did you at any point maybe wonder or had any doubt about if you had not gone the way they wanted to go, it would affect your career?
The only thing to be honest, if I can be really honest, the only thing I thought about when I was leaving is all the money that I was leaving behind. I didn't think about anything else, you know. I was like, oh my God, you know, all that like all that money that I get every month. What's gonna happen? You know, how it gonna work? Like, what am I going to do? But I don't know. I knew that I was gonna be all right, you know, and that was the only thing I thought about. I never was concerned about how anyone else was, except for the girls. Like I knew they would be hurt. There was a lot of tears. They cried. Them cuss. They had the mothers call me. Wally buttons. But you know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I made the move. I knew I wasn't gonna go back, and that was just that. And I just told them that I wasn't gonna come back. And yes, I cried, and yes, they cried. But it was just what it is.
Well, you stood your ground, and it was a successful move.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Yes. So your background singing for Richie Spice, and a year and a half later, you have an album. How did you make that transition?
A year and a half later, I had a song. I had only one song, and that was Wrong Address. We don't want no trouble. And then after Wrong Address, like about 6 months later, I was told that I can't go on stage with Richie Spice anymore. That I have to go on my own because I'm my own artist now. And I was told that right before going on the stage to perform at a festival in Kingston.
Wow.
Right at the foot of the stage. And I was disappointed. I was all kinds of things, like thinking, okay, what does this mean? Does this mean that I'm not part of the family no more? You know, what's happening here? But I think they made the right decision though, because imagine me going on the stage with a popular song that all of Jamaica knew, like a song that when it starts playing, gunshot go off up in the mountains, you know, like zinc fence that broke down all over. Like, so to see me walk up on the stage with another artist, like people probably would be thinking, okay, is she going to sing the song? Or, you know, so I think it was the right thing to do now that I look back at it.
Look back at it. Mm-hmm. Well, as you mentioned, it is Wrong Address. We're going to play the video for Wrong Address shortly. I'm going to engineers getting it together so everyone can definitely see and hear Wrong Address. So this is Etana, Wrong Address.
Job today, but when I'm to the application, them say, if this is where you really reside, please step outside. She asked them why, and they replied, we don't want no trouble. We don't want no trouble, no day. Lady, where you come from, people die there every day. For our safety, that's where you should stay. She traded in a 3-piece for 2, everything and anything she wanted to do. Went back to her side of town. In bed she lay down. All she could hear was, we don't want no trouble. We don't want no trouble, no day. Yeah. 'Cause lady, where you come from, people die there every day. And for our safety, that's where you should stay. emotions of life. It's harder to get over when you're trying to do right. But just stay focused and keep your goals inside. Been through school, passed every test, graduated above the rest. Under society still looks down. They do this why they don't want us to try. So they'll reply, hey, we don't want no trouble. We don't want no trouble, no day. Lady, where you come from, people die there every day. For our safety, that's where you should. We don't want no trouble. We don't want no trouble, no day. Yeah. Lady, where you come from, people die there every day. For our safety, that's where you should. We don't want.
Yes, so that's wrong address. We don't want no trouble. Etana, what inspired you to write that song?
I was watching a documentary about life and death, DEBT, in Jamaica, and at the same time, while watching that documentary, I was already, a little bit emotional from watching the documentary. Then my aunt called me and told me that she didn't get the job because she had the Augustown address on the application. And so the lyrics came, and the whole song actually came to me at that moment. And I went to Jamaica, called the percussionist and the guitarist and the engineer. We recorded the song in the rehearsal studio at Fifth Element. And the song was actually released just like that, raw, with no mixing, no mastering, nothing, just raw.
And that song became a big hit. And as you say, gunshots, everything going. I mean, how did you feel when your first song was taken the way it was? It did.
I never thought that Jamaica would have gotten the message, or people around the world would have gotten the message that was in that song. However, till today, that is still an issue in Jamaica, where people are unable to find employment due to their address.
Wow. Wow. Well, but it's real life. It is. And it is sad that things like that do happen and people have to go through that.
Yeah, but in an interview last year, or was it maybe early this year, I told the interviewer and the people who were listening, I said, listen, if anyone goes to a job and they know them have a Garrison address, simply don't put the address on there. Just find another address and put on the application. And the lady, I remember there was an employer in the interview, and she was like, oh, well, we do screen. And I was like, yes, still don't put your Garrison address on the application.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's just sad because everything that comes out of the Garrison, or everyone that comes out of the Garrison, don't have to be a bad product.
Well, that is true, but I mean, I don't think it's just about that, discrimination come in different ways. And I don't think that they're just thinking, oh, they're a byproduct of everything that the Garrison is about. I think that it definitely has to do with some classism as well. So the person doing the interview or the person who owns the company probably believe that people living in a certain zip code or a certain area just shouldn't be in their company.
Wow. But
yeah.
It is so breathtaking and refreshing to hear the songs you do, that they're reality, and not only that they're reality, but it has some reflection to it. And for you to have that experience, I'm quite sure at that time you weren't receiving it well.
Well, I watching the documentary, no, I didn't take it well because there was just so much about why the system, I mean, why things are the way they are in Jamaica and why the system is the way it is. And there is, when my aunt called, she wasn't pleased about it because, of course, a job is a job,
Right.
and she needed to be employed at the time. So it was not a good situation for her either. And I think that's why the song came, inspired by the story of the documentary and how it affects the people, my love for the people, and my love for my aunt. It just all combined.
Yes. You also mentioned your hometown of Augustown. Now, before we get into that, there's a song, one of the songs on your second album titled Free Expression called Augustown.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and play that song. We're all going to listen to that song right now, and then we'll talk about it.
All right, no problem.
Never seen you rock so. Now it's time to play.
My apologies, Augustown.
In the river bed, string up big sound and how will I make? How for you them carry gun? Go lock up in a Babylon. What is you man? Tell me. Up in a Kingston 7. Vietnam a run red. Tell me what I want. Tell me what I want. Then I'm milling pool in the river bed. String up big sound and how will I miss? Watching the youth them play. Happy smiles on them face. Fish a fry, cut the rice. Everybody feel nice. Then all of a sudden, a police fire that man a run, you to run. Some of them a get flat. Everybody fun just done party crash in a Augustown. The man them in no level. Up in a Kingston 7. Tell me what I want. Tell me what I want in a Augustown. It used to be a merry place. Peace and joy was the story for my granny face. No come down, no safe. Soon as them cry, Korea war broke in the place again and again. I will love to see the day when youth can play upon the river bank. Man from outside just a rock to the bass and a shake in it's a politician. What is it that you want from? Tell me what I want. Tell me what I want in a Augustown. Up in a Kingston 7. Vietnam a run red. Tell me what I want. All of the people in the ghetto. Me need enough to live up. I sound up, string up. It build back the good, but it feel alright. But if we continue to fight and live in divide, Mr. Babylon can just take our lives, and there will be no more ghetto youth to shine. Shine them light, keep it bright. In a Augustown, in Angola, Augustown, round the crusade, Augustown. Tell me me what I want. Tell me what I want. Augustine. Over the river. Over Bryson.
So that was August Town.
Yeah, that's a serious song, and it's a real story.
It is. So, I mean, from listening to the song, I could understand why wrong address,
Mm-hmm.
you know, why you did wrong address. So it's just pretty much basically what's going on, and you're, you know, playing to the people.
Well, my cousin built a pool in the river, and somebody from the area knew that he was building the pool and that they were going to do a fish fry and a party for the community or whatever. And they called the police, told the police that there was gunmen down in the river. The police came down, didn't really check out what's going on, didn't look to see that there were like children and older people down in the river, and they opened fire. And it was just gunshot raining. People were running and diving and ducking and hiding and doing everything that they could to hide from the gunshots. And funny, when the song came out, you know, the police did talk a little bit about taking a different approach when they get to the garrison. And they also came down and helped during the video, the filming of the video, the whole Augustine, Augustine police station. The Augustine police came over to the area and stayed with me the whole time until we were in. We went to another side of Augustine, and they were also there. They came over the river, them come up from Bryson, they came everywhere with me.
Wow, that was very good that they did that. But since the song, would you say there has been any changes?
Well, not really. I guess maybe on their approach, like when they go down to Augustine, I don't think they would just open fire like that anymore. But they still come down and they still rough up the people and do everything that they do on an arm. I guess in their eyes, they believe it's working. But what I see is another form of oppression, and freedom seems far fetched, even though they're free in the community. You know, like it's a mind thing.
And that brings us back to the title of the album, Free Expressions.
Right.
Every song in that album actually is related to free expressions. So would you say all of the songs, are they true story?
Most of them, I mean, most of the songs that I wrote on the Strong One and Free Expressions, they were all my experiences.
Wow.
All the way through.
Wow.
Everything that I saw, thought, believed. Yeah, pretty much. Even on the better, on most of the albums though, there are my experiences, things that I feel, things that my friends experience, you know?
Yes, yes. Another one that I listened to and I take a hold to was venting.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do venting?
I felt like there was a lot of people trying to block me. I felt like there were people trying to stop me from getting to where I needed to go. Sometimes even on shows and performances, pop-ups, different things, you know, like I felt like there was some people doing things on purpose. And there were some male in the business of music who believe that every female that they work with has to spread their legs, and I wasn't one of them. And they didn't care how old you were or how young you were. They didn't care. They just feel like because you feel like you need help from them, then you basically have to spread your legs. And so I had to put it in a song so they know double, triple, as much as they need to hear it, that I'm not one of those.
Oh, we're going to be listening to Venting right now.
Them still a make up for me. Many time me have to ask what them want from me. Me no beg, me no borrow tea from nobody. Came a little lens, they will go to see me hurt. Why me no forget what me deserve? Everything I have, I honestly earn. I'm a full of joy, cause it's my turn. My turn, my turn. I make no apology. You know like me, back up and not chat to me. You know like the game with them calling back. Say if you want one of them, you better try to every day. Watch it. The Lord's my shine, but I'm not one. Yeah, me serious with a smile, humble like a child. Never lock my third eye, trusting in the Most High. And I won't be victimized by no industry pedophile. Get out the second. I know you want me, just enough for me. Your queen don't bow, she nothing and nothing nasty. Me not deal with nobody to sing my music. No way, no day. I just saw me say, I make no apology. You don't like me, then back up and not chat to me. You don't like the game with them calling back to say, if you want one of them, you better try to every day. Watch, I make no apology. You don't like me, then back up and not chat to me. You don't like the game with them calling back to say, if you want one of them, you better try to every day. Watch, I lost my life, my salvation, and so I fear no one. I'm told that found me off the way. Just stay by me, I pray. I make no apology. You don't like me, then back up and not chat to me. You don't like the game with them calling back to say, if you want one of them, you better talk to every day, every day, every day. I make no apology. You don't like me, then back up and not chat to me. You don't like the game with them calling back to say, if you want one of them, you better talk to every day, every day, every day. No.
Yes, so you heard Venting and you heard the reason why. And it is so correct because, I mean, in a lot of things that you do, if you don't stand for something, you're going to have to settle for something else.
Sure.
And you sure stood your ground not only by saying it, but you also put it in a song so the whole world could know you're not up for that. So now when that song came out, and would you say that other women who are in the industry or trying to do something started to see that they don't have to accept that anymore?
I don't know. I one thing I know is that people do what they want to do and how they want to do it, you know? And I think sometimes you could say things 100 times, 1,000,000 times even. People are gonna just do what they want to do or what they feel they have to do to survive. You know, so if I feel like if a female thought that she needed to do that, then she gonna do it. And if she realized that, hey, maybe I don't have to, then she have to realize that, all right, even though I don't have to do that, I'm gonna have to now figure out how I'm gonna get through or how I'm gonna get by, because in this music, like I said, there are some people who believe strongly that they must have your soul or they won't be there to help you and to be your guide when you need them.
And for someone who is struggling with that right now, what advice would you have for that person?
Well, if they're struggling with it, it means that they don't want to be in the situation that they're in. And so my advice to somebody like that is, while you're in the situation, you may believe that there is no way out. you also will think that this is just like, it's going to be the end of the world if you just step out on your own. But believe me, I have learned, right, that your current situation is not your forever, right? And it doesn't have to be so like you create your own reality. Your reality is first created from a thought. That was your thought. So if you thought for one moment that where you are is where you must be and have to be to make it to where you need to be, then that's why you're in the situation that you're in. So the first thing that I would suggest that you do is to change the thought.
Absolutely, absolutely correct. Now let's get back to the actual song itself, because you also show your versatility in the song. You did what I call DJing, you did singing. Yes.
So I remember when the song was being produced, Curtis Lynch asked me, he said, "Can you do anything like opera style?" And I was like, "Opera style?" He was like, "Yeah, this is not even reggae. This is a different kind of song. This is just artsy. Just do something opera style." And I'm like, "Opera style? What are you talking about?" But anyway, I walked in the booth, and that's what came out.
Yes, it really showed.
That wasn't even one of the songs that I wrote. That was a freestyle. That was just like, I go in the studio and I just basically just chat, and whatever came out my mouth was recorded. I never wrote that song down.
Wow. Isn't that some great talent, or what you call a gift?
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel it is good for you just to be able to just speak something and it just flows. That's something special.
I think, you know what? Sometimes you see songs come to me naturally, like a dream, like something that just flows. The lyrics come, the melody come, everything come one time. And I just record it or write it down, right? If I find it difficult, like I have to start searching my mind and searching my heart for something, I just don't bother with that song and I move along. Because every song that I record comes as you hear it. Like that's how I heard it in my head before writing it down. Like I heard everything.
Wow. You are gifted. That's what I'm gonna say. You're gifted.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Next, you have your next album called Better Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why did you give it name Better Tomorrow?
Because my current situation with VP, how much what I wanted, how much I've learned along the way coming up, what I realized a lot of things that I didn't do before, that I needed to be doing then, and it was a whole heap of life experience, life changes along the way, you know. And I said, tomorrow is gonna be a better tomorrow, even though I'm going through this right now. Tomorrow is going to be a better tomorrow. And I named the album Better Tomorrow before the song Better Tomorrow was even thought of.
Wow. Well, I'm going to play the video Reggae. It stood out to me based on versatility and just what it's doing. So I'm going to go ahead and play that video now.
Okay.
Never seen you rock so. Now it's time to play. You move me like the wind blows. As night becomes a day. I know you want to go slow. Where I don't know, but rocking is the true road. Hear me when I say, just like reggae. Hit me true road. Hear me when I say you hit me like a drum. Play chords and I will strum. Sing out and I will come. Oh, reggae, you're the one. You're just like reggae. My heart beats to your drum. Play chords and I will strum. Sing out and I will come. Oh, reggae, you're the one. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Reggae, Will strong. You're just like. Oh, yeah. Sing out and I will. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. You're just like reggae. Yeah. Hear me when I say, yeah. Rock soul. Never seen you. Rock soul. Oh, reggae. Sing now. Come.
Yes. When I look at that video, I see many things. Why did you give that name?
Because it was about the music. It was about making love to reggae music. It's about the culture. It's about how far the music has come from all the way up to where we are now. Even through the times when they said reggae was over and reggae was done. Once you tried to leave me, said I was on my own, you know. One thing that rings true is that Bob Marley said that the music will always find its rightful place and its rightful people. So therefore, if where the music is from, the people turn their backs on the music will always go where it belongs. You understand? So, and I don't think that is true. I think someone tried to create that kind of narrative somehow. But once in a while, you do hear one of those reggae songs drop, and it like roots to the core and true to what you call reggae. Yeah. And it just like shot all across the board. So reggae music is forever,
That is so true. It just gives me that feel of happiness.
That's where I was recording this song. I was like maybe 7 or 8 months pregnant. I was huge in the studio recording the Better Tomorrow album.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was huge. And even the picture of the album. I did the photo shoot for the album with my big old belly, right? And so they only could have gotten just the top half. They never went any further because my belly was just so round. And yeah, and but I was happy though. I was very happy.
Look, that's a good thing when you actually can say you are happy and is really happy, because that song, the video, it just brings so much peace.
Well, obviously, the video was like months later after the birth and everything. It was a few months later.
But it still show happiness and peace.
I was at peace and I was very happy. I knew where I was going. It wasn't as easy, but I knew where I was going. I knew where I wanted to be, and I knew I was right where I was supposed to be.
Wow. Well, I see you there playing the guitar. How many instruments do you play?
Just the guitar. Just the guitar. I remember I used to take it everywhere I go. On every show, I would at least strum 1 or 2 songs. But I realized that through touring, especially in Europe, I would get a lot of pushback from the people on the airplane. And one of the time, I almost got kicked off of a flight because it's an acoustic guitar. And you can't put it under the carriage or the cargo.
Okay.
Whatever they call it. Like you can't put it at the bottom of the plane where the suitcases go, and so because your risk breaking the guitar. And they would have room, all this room in business or whatever flight. Some of the flights didn't have business, but they would have all this room, and they would stop me and say, "Oh, you can't carry that guitar." And there was a lot, I faced like a lot of prejudice during that time too, because I remember just walking on the plane and somebody saying, like things like, "Give me the guitar," or you walk on the plane, put the guitar up. And I remember one time I got some food that I didn't want, and I gave it back, and I was like, "Well, can I have, some, of the fruit juice instead?" And the girl came and kind of like just throw it down on the on the table,
Wow.
And yeah, and stuff like that, like, or things would happen. Like I would walk up to business, and they would say, "Oh, you're supposed to be over there."
Wow.
Yeah, like
without even checking.
Without even, they just look at me and say, "Hey, you're supposed to be over there." And so somebody tried that though in at the wrong time, and I went all the way up and went all the way up to the like the head of the company, and I filed a report. I did everything. Like I had all the time in the world, so I just did it. I went the extra mile to make sure that a person was written up and there was something done about it. Yeah. So after a while, I stopped carrying the guitar and requesting one, and then I got a short electronic guitar, semi-acoustic guitar.
Okay.
It was really small, like it could fit in a big bag if I had like a big carry-on, and I would carry that guitar, and I carried that for a while until I just decided, all right, you know what, I'm going to put some more elements in my show and move along and leave the guitar for a while.
Okay. Well, going through the go-through with, I would say, prejudice, has there ever been a time when you say, you know what, I guess I'm just going to give it up?
For who? For who?
So definitely,
You know what? I put a lot of work in, and not only that, I put a lot of sacrifice in. Remember when I started in music, my managers at Fifth Element were all incarcerated, and after a while, I was on my own. Fifth Element was no more. I used to walk in the streets of Jamaica with my CDs, giving it to different bus drivers and taxi people throughout the whole of Jamaica from one end to the next. I would walk and sing on any sound system there was in Jamaica, not knowing who they were, but just know that there is a big old sound system and a mic, and we just pull up and I jump out of the car and say, hey, maybe sing a song. And then they realize it's me from the song, from Wrong Address or Roots or whatever it is. And they're like, we can't believe they come sing, right? So, you know, but it was just a joy to vibe with people in different communities. And I did a whole lot of things, and there was a whole lot of money spent too. So for me to ever think, or for anyone to ever think that they have the power to get in my way, yeah, I'm gonna know with that.
It's not gonna happen. You have been through the worst to get there, right? So no one.
No, God never said it so, and God never gave them that power. So,
you know, I love that determination about you.
Yeah.
Really love it. Really love it. Now, you also did Strongest.
Yeah.
Is there a story behind Strongest?
Pick yourself up from off the ground. I hate to see you just lying around all day. No friend or stranger is gonna come around. So move those shackles, don't you be a slave. Yeah. Looking like I always have a lot of love for my people, right? No matter where they are in the world. And there are some of us who believe that everything just needs to be handed out or handed to them.
Say so true.
And there are some of us too who believe that they have no way out. There is no possibility for them to,
true.
You know, so them just lay down. And that's like the mental shackle that I talk about, you know. And I think that's what it was, just observation and shining some light on people who may feel that way and giving them the strength to move beyond that.
Yes. On my way.
Oh, though the journey is so rough, I got to carry on. On my way, something up on my way. I'm on my way. Yeah, that's when I was doing the I Rise album, right?
Yes.
And I wanted to get out of my agreement so bad. That was the last album. And I decided that I was not going to just throw the album just because I wanted to get out of the deal. Let me not just hurry up and put some things together. And I made sure that the album was strong enough so that my fans will look forward to what is to come, you know? And I put my all into that album. And I wanted everybody to know that though it's rough, I'm on my way. I'm coming. You know? And that's what that is about, just on my journey.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and play On My Way, and right behind On My Way, I'm going to do I Rise.
Trotting through the streets I go, everybody see me don't know. I meditation, strict dedication, straight from the root I grow. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, though the journey is so rough, I got to carry on. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, though the journey is so rough, I got to carry on. The night is getting cold, no place to rest my head. Oh, stone became my pillow, concrete became my bed. Although the journey's long, got to keep on pressing on. The battle will be won at the end of the day. I'm on my way, I'm on my way. Though the journey is so long, got to carry on. I'm on my way, I'm on my way. Though the journey is so long, I got to carry on. Trotting through the streets I go, everybody see me don't know. I meditation, strict dedication, straight from the roots I grow. At the end of the day, All of your children say, clean hands for your heart, right your start, and the most I will guide your way. I know when I get there, it won't be a sudden flight. Been toiling from sun up, still toiling through the night. Just bless me with endurance, so I'm keeping up the fight. I'm never giving up, no way, as long as I got life. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, though the journey is so rough. I got to trot along. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, though the journey is so rough. I got to move along. Treading on the streets I go. Everybody sitting on know. I meditation, strict dedication, straight from the roots I go. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, though the journey is so rough. I got to move along. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, though the journey is so rough. I got to carry on.
So that was On My Way. Now we're gonna listen to I Rise.
I was born strong. I was made for this. See, I met so many hard times when I thought I couldn't make it. See, I've had my trials when my pillows dried my eyes. Then the moment came and my wings took flight. I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise. Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. Some say it's a mystery how I still believe that in spite of all I've been through, I could still push the wheel. See, I have a power they can't see with their eyes. It's a little thing called faith that makes broken wings fly. I rise. No, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise. Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. Who can understand when just an ordinary man defies the odds and still fights on to win? I can take it. I can make it. I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. Rise. Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise.
So it's On My Way and I Rise. I love those two songs. I related to my life. I'm on my way and I rise. I'm going all the way up.
All the way up. All the way up.
All the way up. Yes. So I'm telling you, it's just listening to the songs, you can really relate to it. And I can really see why. And looking at where you started to where you are, I think it's just so fitting.
I Rise. I mean, I before I did I Rise, I wanted to get out of my agreement with VP and that little gap between 2013 when Better Tomorrow was released and 2014. Wanted to be out of the agreement, wanted to move on. And they hesitated a little bit. And I went through depression for a couple of months. And my team called them and, they had the little toss up and the little fight and whatever. And then we had to call a lawyer and the lawyer sorted it out. And I was finally out of the deal. But before that, I had to deliver the I Rise album, right? And that's when that day when I decided I was going to do the album and I was going to get ready right now. The song that came was I Rise. I was in Stephen Marley's studio in Miami when Griffey started playing the keyboard. That's a popular keyboard player from Jamaica. Started playing the keyboard. And it came to me. I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. And that's when it came to me that, hey, you know something? Let's do the album. And even if they don't want to do the album, record the album and give it to them. They can't refuse it. Just record it and produce it yourself and carry it, get them. And like in the middle of doing like the second or third song is when they popped in and decided they were going to go through with doing the final album. And that was it.
Wow. And I'm glad you mentioned the tassel that you went through at that time frame. Can you give a word of advice to other young upcoming artists on coming into the industry? Pretty much it's not an easy road. There's certain things you're gonna bump into, but how do you keep going?
You have to just believe in yourself, and you really have to love it. You have to have a purpose and know that purpose, and then when you have a purpose and you know that purpose, you know what your purpose is, you know what the reason is. Why am I doing this? Why are you singing? What do you want? What do you have to give? Because if you want something, you got to give something. What do you have to give? What and what do you want? And is that like monetary? Is your goal monetary? Is it all about the money? Because if it's all about the money, then you may find it more painful than other people, because I think it's because of my love for the music that my love for the music and my love for people that keeps me strong and driven and focused. I love what I do. And so whether there is money or there is none, I still love what I do and I do what I do. So you have to know your purpose and know what it's about, know what you're about, and just be about it. And that's it.
Yes, that is so true. And money is not always everything. And you have said it so true right there.
But then again, too, it's very important for an artist to know that music is valuable. And just because you may not be making the money at the time when you just start or a couple months later, it doesn't mean that there isn't value in the music and that you're not going to be making money later. And there are some people who know the value of music, and they will, if you don't pay attention, they will come in and take every dollar that belongs to you. They can't sing and they cannot write, but they will take everything that you have. So even though I don't do what I do just for money, I wish that I knew. I mean, I did know because I wanted to produce my music by myself and distribute it myself from the beginning, But I think one, it's my loyalty to my management at Fifth Element at the time, when they got incarcerated, they told me to go to VP. And I did that, you know, out of loyalty, not because I wanted to be there. So the next lesson in that too is be careful who you're loyal to and why. And remember that purpose. Why are you doing this? And, you know, and think about the long run and not just the moment that you're in at the moment when you make decisions, right? Because if I was thinking about the long run, VP would not be my first option. I don't regret everything being with them though, because I did learn a lot, and I did, and there was some benefits in it. You understand? But I know that it could have been much more, but their goals were different from mine. And an artist just needs to know there is value in every note. So you have to be careful and don't just do it for the love, even though you love it. Because initially it was like that for me. Like I would just walk up in the studio and just sing a song and give it to a producer, and the producer would just put it out, and I would be like, cool, I have another song because I love it. But at the end of the day, that producer then got hundreds of thousands of dollars in publishing and all kinds of stuff off of that one record. And me just sitting in the dark, not knowing anything, you know, because I was doing it for the love. So you have to be careful with that too. You know, you just have to find a balance.
So would you agree that getting to know the business is very vital to success?
Definitely. Every artist, an artist is a creative person. We prefer to create more than to think about business any day, all day. Like we would definitely just be in a room doing music, thinking about nothing else, you know? And that's why it's important to have like an attorney, people you do trust, but more than anything, you better know for yourself too, because those people you trust and think that are in your corner or are supposed to be in your corner, some of them are not, you know? So you definitely have to know what you want, why you're doing it, know the business of music, know there is value in every note, but at the same time, you have to love what you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. And that's a great way to put it. Now, jam credits. I'm going to go ahead and play that one. And after, I'm going to share why I decided to play this one.
Now me say pick up every ghetto youth, yard and abroad. Whether you're living in the light or you're sitting in the dark, push on through. Jah is there for you, not forsake you. Jah love you. Now it's a great honor to have the great, the Godfather of reggae on a full album. Super talented, creative, rough bad, but also very kind at the same time. Clive Hunt, big thanks for everything. Truly love you. Matter about the man upon percussions, keyboards, arranged vocals, melodica, horns, everything. The man is everything, and is a true producer. Blessed love and positive light surround you always, and your children. Blessings to you all. Talented guitarist is also on this album, like Monty, the man that coming like magic in their finger, Ducky and Ranai, very talented. Keyboards, not talk about some bad keyboard player like Wire, Bubbler, Andel Tucker. And I did say Clive Hunt, right? I told you. Percussions, I talk about a great, talented Scully, Bongo Herman, Billy, Denver. I'm gonna tell you already, Clive Hunt, don't you? Drums, we only deal with the baddest and the roughest. Ian. Axman, Danny Axman, with about from the beginning. From we don't want no trouble till all them time, you know? Axman, I love you. Robbie Shakespeare, thank you so much. May I tell you some of the greatest. The greatest. Horns, arranged by Clive Hunt. Played by Stingray, Laura, Foles, Hookton, and Evra. Engineer, Barbwire Productions. Big up yourself. Enough love for everything. Courtney Clackin, the man of Clackin. Yasha.
Okay. When I heard that one, it really brings me joy. And here is why. Not many times you hear artists take that time out to give a recognition to the team, the people who are there behind the scene to make sure everything goes well and right for them. And to see you taking the time to do that, it tells a lot about you as a person.
Yeah, most of the times when people, by that time, we were getting into streaming albums, right? And so people wouldn't get to see who contributed to the album. And I think it's important because those are the people who make it possible. Even though I can write a song and I can sing it, but some of these great people in music have been around for years, working on even songs like with Stevie Wonder, Mariah Carey, some of the biggest people in music that you could ever think of. These people, some of these people, Andel Tucker, Clive Hunt, they worked on some of the biggest things outside that ever, some of the biggest songs that ever came out and production that ever came out of Jamaica. And these people flew down to Jamaica to do their album inside the studio in Jamaica. And I'm talking about major rock bands too, you know. So these are people in our history and in the culture, I mean, the history of reggae music that need to be mentioned. They need to be, they need to not be forgotten, you know, like we need to keep them in the back of our mind somehow, because these are the people who carried the music through generations. So I thought it was, I took the opportunity to talk to them about that, talk about them on this album so that people will never forget.
My hat goes off to you because, as I said numerous times, you are the face that people see most of the time.
But they never hear of these people.
Exactly.
And that has never been done. That was the first time that was ever done in any album out of Jamaica where the artist actually mentions the people who contributed to the album. That's the first time that was ever done.
Big respect to you, and that's the I had to highlight it. When I heard it, I was like, wow, she has done something that I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Big respect for that. Now you have 2 singles out right now.
If I were your baby, oh, Cartel, I would give you so much more, baby. I would give you everything, darling. You won't ever need nothing. I give you all my love.
Yes. You started with that one. Do you really love that one more than the other?
Not really. You want me to hand it over and come at me proper. But cherish me just like baby, oh. And I call you Papa. It's that song they have like a, not just like Afrobeat style, but it have like a what I say, like a calypso, like a up tempo, like something come out of the Caribbean and not necessarily just Jamaica. You know, it have a thing, you know? And it was purposely done that way because, as I said, the album name Together, I want us all to feel what it means or what I mean by together. Like, I'm not afraid to mix like a calypso style or pana Afrobeat, and same time give you an album that has reggae included. You know, it's serious. This album is serious. Serious work.
And also what I realized in Proper, you also mentioned Baby Yo. And you have a single named Baby Yo as well.
Yeah.
Is that significant?
No, because there was no, I didn't think about that part of it. There's really no connection. It's just a love song. And I think it's just a style. It's just how we talk. It's how we do. So I just drop it in there. Papa, your baby, yo. You know, I think it's just a style. It's that thing. But it works. Gotta check it now. Now you have like 2 singles, 2 love songs, same kind of message. One's a little bit different though, and 2 Afrobeats, and it's just wicked.
Yes, it is. And listen, we love that voice. I love that voice. I want to hear you do the Baby Yo again.
If I were your baby, yo, cartel, I would give you so much more, baby. I would give you everything, darling. You won't ever need nothing. I give you all my love.
Yes.
My love. Give you all my love.
Listen, y'all heard that voice, and that is a cappella, right? Imagine with all the instruments and everything behind it, how powerful it is. Etana, how can we all locate your music?
It's on every streaming platform. It's on iTunes. It's on Apple Music that you could download it. It's on Google Play. It's on Deezer. It's on Tidal. It's on Spotify, Pandora. It's everywhere. It's on YouTube. It's everywhere. The album will be on every platform as well for you to find, download. And when you do get it on, you know, on these platforms, download when you can, share when you can, share your hottest track, and don't be afraid to come on Facebook, Etana, ONEETANA, ONEETANA, and send me, tell me what your favorite song is, or go to Instagram, Etana Strong One, ETANA STRONGONE, and tell me what your favorite track is. And on Twitter, it's same, Etana Strong One, and I will chat back to you on Twitter faster. On Instagram, I can respond as well. On Facebook, sometimes I don't respond because the comments go up to 2,000 and 3,000. I can't respond to 3,000 people, but you know, like once in a while, I will go and respond to a few people, and I'll do the best that I can. But sometimes the comments are just so much, and I can see them. But if I respond to 1 or 2, I have to respond to everybody else. So I just leave it alone.
And let me also add, she does a live on Instagram. So please follow her on Instagram. Etana.
Oh, I just started that. Etana Strong One. I've never been the type of person to be on social media every day, talking or, it just, I don't know. I'm more like a simple person. I like to live my life simple. And I like to spend my time being more creative, and thinking of what's the next creative move that I can make. But then I realized how much, especially during this time, how much that my life, especially when I go and play the songs on Facebook and stuff like that, and Instagram, play the music and sing and interact with my fans. I realize how much it does to uplift them, and give them strength and encouragement. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just do this a lot more, especially in this time, so I can help to, keep people positive and keep them happy.
Yes, and as I said, she's on Instagram, so go ahead, follow her so you can get the notification when she goes live. And also, she does take calls on her Instagram when she's on. So,
oh yeah,
she's Yes, maybe want to tell her about her song, how much you like, please follow her on Instagram. She did also say her Facebook is one Etana.
One ONEETANA. But if you forget, if you forget what all the links are, just go to Etana Music, ETANAMUSIC.com, etanamusic.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and all the links are there. Just click on whichever platform you want to go on, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. You know, the link is there. It will just, if once you click it, it will take you straight to the page.
All right, Etana, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time from your family to be here on the Highlight Show with myself, the entire universe.
Yeah.
Likewise, being here at Real Explosion Radioview, we really appreciate you. So, any last words you want to say to your fans before you go?
Well, I know that I'm going to be talking to them a lot more on different platforms and stuff. So I wouldn't say like this is my last word. But for this interview, this moment right now, I just want to say for those of you who've been there from the beginning all the way up to now to where I am now, I'm grateful for all your love and support. For those of you meeting me or hearing me for the first time, this is where positive vibes and energy, good energy lives. And I've got so much more to give to you on this Pamoja album. And I think more than ever now, we need to come together. We need to be stronger in a family, as a family, in your own respective homes, in your own country, and even where we are in America. We need to come together as a people. We need to come together as family. We need to be stronger. United we're strong, divided we fall. Stay up, live and love life, and never give up. Never give up, no matter what. Life is the greatest gift. A lot of people would like to take a breath right now, and they're unable to. So while you can, live it up every single day. Make every hour and every day count. You know, and if it's hard for you to do, start off simply by saying thank you every morning when you wake up. Thank you, I'm able to move my arms. I'm able to breathe. Thank you, I'm able to drink water. I can eat. A lot of people can't even do that. You know, so be grateful for the very little things first. If it's hard for you to, you know, eventually you'll get to the bigger picture.
It is my pleasure to have you joining us here. I want to say thank you so much again. And we also say for you to be safe and enjoy the rest of the night.
You too. Take care. Goodbye to everybody. Perfect love. Bless.
Good. To all
and big up to my brother David. I know you're watching, and Kimmy, big up yourself. David Mackenzie, big up yourself. My brother's watching, guys. Anyways, later. Bye.
Okay. To everyone out there, want to say thank you so much for tuning into the Highlight Show with me, Nikki Goodtimes, right here in Real Explosion Radioview. You are highly appreciated. I want to say thank you. As I always said, I do not take you all for granted. In closing, I will be doing it with The Baby Yo by Etana. And please go no place. Stay tuned for Fresh Thursdays. That's coming up next. So this is Baby Yo.
Them not understand. It's about a feeling. Etana, cartel, true love, hard to find.
If I were your baby, yo, cartel, I would give you so much more, baby. I would give you everything, darling. You won't ever need nothing.
Yes, thank you to my Real Explosion team, my family. I see y'all watching. Want to say really appreciate you all my viewers who comes every Thursday for the Highlight Show. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And you all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you.